comic relief. Charlie!
Greetings, Wayward fans. Thank you all for watching. My name is Kripke, and I will be your guide as we dive into another episode analysis video. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy. Episode 5 of this season is called Bloody Mary. Sam and Dean investigate what seems to be people dying in front of a mirror in a manner never seen before. It's a complete mystery on who or what killed this man. The legend of Bloody Mary might be coming to life. Have you heard the ghost in the mirror before? This urban legend dates back centuries, as she is just as deadly today as she was when it all started with Mary Tudor. Say her name 3 times. Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, like I am now, and see what happens. Let the hunt begin. Uh-oh. In life, Bloody Mary was known as Mary Worthington. She was a beautiful 19-year-old girl who lived in Fort Wayne, Indiana. She had participated and won several beauty contests in her hometown and aspired to be an actress. However, on the night of March 29th, someone broke into her apartment and murdered her by cutting out her eyes with a knife with precision. She knew who the murderer was, and in her final moments, she tried to write the name of her assailant in blood on a nearby mirror, but in vain. She only wrote T.R.E., which local authorities suspected was Trevor Sampson, a local surgeon, but was never apprehended due to insufficient evidence. She was cremated so there were no bones to be burned, but the spirit attached itself to the mirror she touched and kept her earthbound. A need for vengeance grew as time went by, and her mental condition deteriorated, as so often happens with ghosts, and she wanted to get revenge on anyone who was or thinks they were responsible for the death of another. Because Mary is bound to the mirror, she gained a unique ability that most spirits don't have. To trigger this, someone must utter her name 3 times in front of any mirror. This allows her to read the minds of people nearby and find anyone hiding a dark secret involving an unsolved death, and teleports to the nearest mirror to invoke her vengeance upon them. She first causes their eyes to bleed as she accuses them of the crime, and then proceeds to gouge out their eyes just as her eyes were taken, and fills the brain with blood, causing death. Once dead, she writes the name of the unsolved death from their secret, behind the mirror in blood.
Isn't there an old superstition that says mirrors can capture spirits?
Yeah, there is. When someone would die in a house, people would cover up the mirrors so the ghosts wouldn't get trapped.
I don't know, but if the mirror is a source, I say we find it and smash it.
She possessed some unique powers that other spirits don't commonly have. She was quite powerful for a vengeful spirit. Shimmer walk. Teleportation. Most spirits are able to move in the blink of an eye to other locations. They often display a flickering or distorted appearance when in motion, and allow them to move at great speeds and can end up either inches away in front of you or cover large distances. Bloody Mary, however, can only teleport using mirrors and other reflective surfaces. Biokinesis. This is where she duplicated the way she died. Her victims' eyes would bleed and eventually liquefy, causing blood to accumulate within the brain until death. Possession. This is where she could possess people's own reflections while she accuses them of their guilt as they die. One final technique she had is unique only to herself. mind reading. Due to being unable to leave her mirror, she could uncover the truth of a person nearby and reveal if they were directly or indirectly responsible for a death. In case you're unfortunate to run into this spirit, this is how the Winchesters put her to rest.
Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary.
Dean then smashed the mirror, hoping to destroy her, but instead, it allowed her spirit to escape into the real world. When Mary was freed from the mirror, her spirit was still earthbound and connected to her reflection. Dean grabbed an undamaged mirror and reflected Mary's own image back at her, causing her to kill herself because of the many vengeful deaths she invoked.
This gotta be like, what, 600 years bad luck?
This is the analysis and reveal, where I put the episode under a microscope for your entertainment and knowledge. Number 1. This episode takes place in the town of Toledo, Ohio, which is the hometown of series creator Eric Kripke and guest star Adrian Palicki. Adrian also makes a cameo appearance at the end of this episode, despite being killed off in the pilot. Number 2. This episode features the Starburst clock. Dean takes it off the wall when he is in the process of covering up all the reflective surfaces at the hotel room. This clock shows up in many episodes each season, and I am determined to find every single one. Number 3. Depending on who you ask and which article you read, Bloody Mary's origins date back to Mary Tudor, but all hold the same theme, that if you say her name 3 times in front of a mirror, she will appear and your eyes will be violently disfigured or removed.
Right before he died, I said it.
You said what?
Bloody Mary 3 times in the bathroom mirror.
On to cultural references. Number 1. During the blacklight scene, when Sam is inspecting the mirror, it appears if the revealed handprint has a Superman S crest in the palm. Jensen Ackles starred in Smallville and might be an Easter egg to the show. Number 2.
Night vision. Thanks. Perfect.
Do I look like Paris Hilton?
This could be one of 2 references. The first, Jared Padalecki, which is Sam, starred in the horror movie House of Wax with Paris Hilton. It was released just a few months before Supernatural premiered. And second, he might be referring to the naughty tape Paris Hilton made using night vision that ended up being called One Night in Paris in 2004. As a side note, Paris Hilton also starred in the Supernatural episode Fallen Idols, Season 5, Episode 5, playing the Eastern European forest god Leshy.
Oh, I'm so glad you're awake for this.
Number 3. A great deal of the aesthetic of the villain Bloody Mary in this episode is taken from the Japanese horror film and American remake, The Ring, from the character Samara. Number 4. Marnette Patterson, who played Charlie, also played a witch on the TV show Charmed in Season 8.
Oh my God. Do you really think her dad could have killed her mom?
Maybe.
I think I should stick around.
On to Deja Vu. Number 1. Michael Tejan, who played the teacher, also played the suicidal teddy bear in Season 4, Episode 8, Wishful Thinking, and Max Hilby, and the Shadow King in Season 8, Episode 11, LARP and the Real Girl.
Stop it! What's wrong? Just calm down.
Why am I here?
For tea parties!
Is that all there is?
Where's the Queen?
I don't know. This.
Yeah.
I got sick last month after this thing just appeared on my arm.
Number 2. The young actress Genevieve Buchanan, who played the girl Lily Shoemaker, who first summoned Bloody Mary, also played Samantha in the episode Mint Condition in Season 14, Episode 4.
Bloody Mary.
Ghost.
A ghost?
Yes, all right, listen to me. Ghosts are real, and they can possess things, people, toys, chainsaws, dreams.
You are not from an insurance company, are you?
On to continuity errors. And now for some fun. I'm going to show you a very short clip from the episode, and let's see if you can find the error. Be sure to pause the video if you need more time. Number 1. When Shoemaker's in front of the bathroom mirror and veins appear on his face, you can almost tell that the CGI had slipped a bit on his face. Regardless, though, it still looks cool. Number 2.
What are you doing up here? Who are you? So you tell me what's going on, or I start screaming.
All right.
Like what?
Out of the ordinary. Just give us a call.
When Charlie confronts the boys outside of the bathroom, she puts her right hand up on the wall, then takes it down to cross her arms, and then her hand magically appears on the wall again for another 5 shots after that. Then on the final close-up shot of Sam writing down his phone number, you can see her hands down in front of her. Number 3.
No, you don't.
I don't what?
You don't know all about it. I haven't told you everything. Dean, that girl back there is going to die.
There's a strange lighting change on Sam's shots during the conversation in the car about summoning Mary. For most of the scene, Sam has a good amount of lighting, but then becomes really dark and almost in the shadows. It could be whatever is in front of their car causing this, or it simply could be continuity error.
Not that I know of.
When Dean turns on the lights in the bathroom, they appear to go on, but when the camera angle cuts to the window, it's still very dark and there's no change in the light. On to goofs. And just like with the continuity errors, I'm going to show you a very short clip from the episode, and let's see if you can find the error. And pause the video if you need more time. Number 1.
All right, let's start looking.
In the reflected mirror shot, Dean digs out a small folded piece of paper to show Sam. Then in the insert shot to show us what he's looking at, it's a larger photo with a lot of papers on either side of it on the table. Number 2. There are actually 2 goofs in this scene. If you first look in the small triangle window of the Impala after Charlie walks away, you can see some sort of crane with camera reflected on the glass. Then as the Impala drives away, you can see the camera reflected off the side of the car. Now let's tally up the total kills done by this vengeful spirit. Mary Worthington was 19, but the year she died was never specified. The date might be in the 1990s. Since that time, there is an unknown amount of victims by Mary Worthington. Recently, she had killed 3 more before she was stopped. Stephen Shoemaker, Jill, and Mary Worthington herself. Unfortunately, there are other Bloody Marys out there somewhere. If you have a mirror, give it a try. If anyone would like to know more about the urban legend of Bloody Mary, or the history of where it all began, click on the links in the description below. If anyone has an interest in real paranormal investigating, or simply have a story, video, or photo you'd like to share, reach out to Thomas D'Agostino, public speaker, author of 12 books, and over 38 years of paranormal investigating. He is always looking for new stories and experiences to share. You can find his contact info in the description below. Please remember to like and subscribe to become a member of Kripke's Supernatural Hunters. And don't forget to click the bell so you'll be notified of any new videos. I'd love to hear from you. Please feel free to leave me a comment or any questions you may have below. Thank you so much for watching, Wayward fans, and as always, carry on the hunt.
Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry.